What's up, YouTube fragrance family? Tommy with Studio Sense here. Welcome to a new day, a new video, and a brand new release. It is a Jimmy Choo Man fragrance. It is Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. When we come back, I'll do a brief unboxing, give you my first impressions. That and more is coming your way, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. So today we're taking a look at Jimmy Choo Man Aqua, the new release 2022. Jimmy Choo Man, probably better known for the stylized type of clothing line instead of the fragrance. There's a self-titled Jimmy Choo Man that came out in 2014. Jimmy Choo Man did kind of okay, just meh, kind of middle of the road fragrance. However, the very first flanker, Jimmy Choo Man Ice, which came out in 2017, actually did really good. It's got pretty highly rated, whether you're looking at Parfumo.net, base notes, Fragrantica. If they're rating 1 to 10, it's somewhere around 7, 7.1. If the rating is 1 to 5, it's about a 4.1. It was met with pretty decent response, and I have to say, I actually like it myself. Now, 2018 brought Jimmy Choo Man Blue, and a lot of people have kind of downvoted that on various websites. It seems that Jimmy Choo Man Blue started kind of a downhill run for Jimmy Choo. Urban Hero came out in 2019, and it kept sliding backwards. However, Jimmy Choo Man Urban Hero Gold, the Gold Edition, is actually quite nice. Kind of a nice citrusy blood orange type fragrance that's fairly solid. So, very curious about Jimmy Choo Man Aqua, the latest release, the 2022 edition. But before we do anything else, let's check out first that presentation. The box itself is a light blue or baby powder blue. It's got an alligator crocodile print on it. On the very front in blue is Jimmy Choo Man. That's on a silver plate, and below that in silver is Aqua. It is an eau de toilette concentration and a 100 ml bottle. The sides of the box have no information. The back is also similarly blank, except at the very bottom it says Parfums Jimmy Choo, and it has an address. On the very bottom of the box is an ingredients listing, a batch code, a UPC, and some additional information. The top of the box is similarly blank with that alligator print. Now, the reason the alligator or crocodile print is on the box, that is in correlation to the blue style Jimmy Choo shoes. So it's more of a nod to the Jimmy Choo fashion style more than relating to the actual fragrance itself. The bottle is clear and light blue, or the juice itself may be light blue. On the bottom of the bottle is an adhesive sticker with the batch code and additional information. The lid carries that leather crocodile or alligator pattern with silver highlights. The top of the bottle has a silver plastic shoulder, but the rest of the bottle is glass. On the front of the bottle in silver is Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. The bottle is slightly bent or beveled, so it gives it kind of a nice look when it's sitting on the shelf. So Jimmy Choo gets points in terms of style. I like the presentation, but I do like the kind of crocodile or alligator pattern. In silver, it's nice. The bottle is nice. I don't know again whether the juice is colored or the glass is slightly tinted, but it's a very light blue owing to the aquatic nature of the fragrance. Let's talk a little bit about the notes though. What are the notes that make up Jimmy Choo Man Aqua? Jimmy Choo Man Aqua features top notes of cardamom and grapefruit, with heart notes of geranium, clary sage, and marine notes, resting on a base of patchouli, amber, and seaside moss. So the few published notes, we have cardamom and grapefruit in the open. In the heart, we've got a kind of spicy floral combination of clary sage and geranium, and then that's where we get into our aquatic or marine notes. And then at the base we have patchouli, a little bit of amber, adding some resins there, and something called seaside moss, kind of an aquatic or sea, maybe salty, briny, with a little bit of green in it. Because of course moss, similar to oak moss, is like earthy, dank, and lightly green. So let's go ahead and check out the fragrance, test it out. I do like the feel of the lid. It's got that leather alligator pattern feel to it, and it is heavy, so it feels like quality. The atomizer itself is silver. Let's give it a spray. Actually, that's a quality atomizer. So this is one of those that you can meter, barely press down on it and get a little, or you can press all the way and get a longer blast of juice and therefore get more juice. Jimmy Choo went all in on the atomizer. I'm getting quite a bit of grapefruit, so it's a nice citrusy opening. Nothing special, but you know, grapefruit is a great opening. Nothing near as grapefruit centric, of course, as like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever, not even close to that, but just very bright, citrusy, a little bit of green sweet added by the cardamom. But this is not at all a sweet fragrance. Any kind of sweetness is primarily built into or baked into the citrus. This is what I would term a very light aquatic fragrance. It's not like a heavy or a deep blue or oceanic kind of blue or sea fragrance. It's appropriately named. It's aquatic. It's not oceanic. It's not like Bulgari Aquamarine or even Bulgari Aqua Amara. I'm not catching any kind of darkness or density or really weight. This is a surprisingly light aquatic fragrance. Primarily what I'm getting is a bright citrus, just a touch of cardamom, and then straight away marine notes or aquatic notes. It feels and smells like an aroma chemical, so synthetic, relatively synthetic, but it's not an unpleasant aquatic. It's not an unpleasant synthetic. It's a very nice, albeit light, aquatic sensation or smell. There's a bit of sharpness and spiciness that's carried throughout the life of this fragrance so far, at least on a tester strip, and that of course is a combination of geranium, primarily though clary sage. So there is I'm gonna put the lid back on here. There's a good bit of clary sage in this fragrance. You're getting kind of a spicy marine kind of fragrance, but that spiciness isn't enough to liven up the party, as it were. This is just a very quiet, almost demure fragrance. I'm curious how it's gonna react to my skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on my skin. Completely douse my arm there. I'm gonna give it about 15 minutes to dry down. Then I'll give you guys the conclusion of my final thoughts on Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. Okay, first of all, let me just go ahead and say that Jimmy Choo Man Aqua is going to make a great high heat fragrance. So there's absolutely nothing in this fragrance that's going to be that you're going to trip over olfactively. There's nothing in here that's going to choke you out or be overbearing or be cloying when you're in the midst of a high heat situation. This is one of those fragrances that I recommend wearing if you're going to be roofing all day, if you're going to be working outside, you're going to be sweating excessively. This one will be a great addition to your work routine because it's just a very light fragrance. It puts me in mind of Calvin Klein's Eternity Aqua, which is just a mediocre, kind of middle of the road aquatic fragrance. I want to like it. I really do. I like the presentation. I think it's really nice. I think it's cool. It's not enough to recommend the fragrance overall. I guess taken as a whole, what I'm saying is it's relatively underwhelming. However, it's a nice, fresh, aquatic fragrance, albeit a middle of the road kind of fragrance. If I could see into the future, I foresee this being very similar to most of the Jimmy Choo Man line, and that people are going to give it a mediocre rating because there are so many better aquatic fragrances out there. But again, having said that, it's not unpleasant, it's not overbearing, it's something that you could get away with good 3 or 4 sprays of without having to worry too much about it because it's, again, a relatively light aquatic fragrance. It's definitely something that is wholly casual, and it's definitely something that's specifically for the spring and summer months, primarily summer. I think its greatest challenge is performance. I don't think it's going to last that long. It's fading relatively quickly. I do like the dry down. I do like that kind of mossy, that lightly green mossy built into the aquatic background, the amber giving it slight resinous feel. You can't really tell that there's amber in it in the open and in the mid, but in the dry down, you get that weight a little bit more. It becomes a little bit more obvious. Is it worth the price of admission? Not really. I wouldn't pay full retail price for this. I'll list the price here above me. There is a link if you want to go to Macy's. It's at other department stores. You can purchase it if you want to. But again, there are so many better aquatic fragrances out there. Now, having said that, when this hits discounter shelves, it'll actually be a really good deal and a really nice addition to your aquatic fragrance collection. Well guys, that's it for my quick unboxing and first impressions of Jimmy Choo Man Aqua. It's a pretty decent fragrance, but again, this one I would say, pump the brakes, wait until it hits discounters, and then pick it up if you want to have a light, medium sillage kind of aquatic fragrance for summer. Thanks so much though for stopping by and checking out today's video. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.